And I don't know if you guys saw last time's video, but last time I was working on my motorcycle, I dropped the freaking, what they call a fog light, but it's light off my light bar, and broke the glass on it. I looked it up online, replacements. I could get LED and stuff from Harley Davidson. So I just got back from going to Harley Davidson. They said they had the right one. I go in, they're like, oh yeah, this is the one that we've got. You know, it's been a few days, so I didn't go over the weekend, but I get there, dude slaps it in. It's not even the right size. It's way too thick. He's like, oh yeah, these new models, you can replace the bulb and everything, and yada yada yada. He's like, this is an old one. And I'm like, yeah, I've had the bike for over 10 years now, and didn't work. So long story short, he tells me, try Tractor Supply. Tractor Supply doesn't sell light bulbs for tractors like that anymore. So they're like, try Napa. Napa, they're looking for like 15, 20 minutes. They're like, I can't find one with a single wire on it. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you got that's in a, 4.5? And so it doesn't have the single post on it, but it is a 4.5-inch light bulb. So this is what I'm thinking, because you can see it's got the post on both sides, positive, negative. This one is just positive, negative, real close together. They're the same size. It'll fit in the housing. Let's rewire the positive and negative. And I'm thinking we get rid of that freaking connector that sticks onto the bolt and just run straight wire. And then, not only that, but we also cut a slit in the mounting bolt. So you remember that bolt that somebody just put in the freaking housing? The other one's hollow, so the wiring goes through it. We go ahead and put a slit in this to where we can get the wire to come through it instead of having that hole in the housing, and then clean it up. So that's my idea. I want to go ahead and start wiring this thing up and hopefully get it done right. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking. So this is the new light bulb. You can see the single wire in this one. I took this one over here apart so I could match up how to like stick the freaking light bulb back in the housing. Got it in. I think that's going to look pretty dope on there. That old school light bulb look. But they actually wired this one in kind of okay on this side. I don't know why they wired it in all goofy on the other side, but this is what I'm thinking. So I have some crimp-on connectors that fit on this end of the new lights, right? I cleaned up the inside of the housing on the one I'm currently working on. I'm going to put electrical tape in here to insulate these from shorting out across. I'll probably put a piece of electrical tape across the light bulb itself so I can change these out if they burn out. If they get broken, we can replace them really quick and easy. So the big deal is going to be the ground wire was connected to the post on this side and on this side of the lights, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, run a ground out. I'm going to take this, run a wire out, and I'm going to have those crimp-on connectors with enough space that we can hook this light up and take it apart. So I got some of these connectors because I was thinking, we'll put the ground back where it went. Screw that, we're not doing that. I got some new bolts that are slightly longer than the one that I pulled out of that other side. So I can take my grinder and grind a channel in it to try to get the wires through it. So I'll have a backup just in case. And I got some washers to put at the top so it can hold the housing on more secure. And I can bend them. Now we're back on the drawing board, and what I've got are some of these crimp-on connectors right here that came out of my stash over there. And what we'll do is we'll make it work in here. And what I'll do is I'll have enough wire to where we can pull out a little bit to change the lights, to fix any issues that we have. And I'm excited to get this done. Ran into a new dilemma too. I bought a thick gauge wire because I thought I was only going to be replacing one wire on this thing, because I thought I was just going to be replacing like the positive lead on it and running it down through the housing. I'll show you the dilemma. This is the one that has the hole in the center. You can see how thick this is. Let's get it fished through there, but yeah, it's going to be pretty thick. So this is what it looks like. It takes up that whole space. So it wouldn't be a big deal if I was grounding out to the frame itself, but because I'm not, that's what we're looking at. So I got two options. Either I can ground out to the frame, or I can run both wires. On my freaking phone, it keeps deleting what I'm recording, but this is what we're looking at. Like, I've taken the wiring that comes from the harness down, and I've stuck it into the hollowed post, and it fits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the gauge of that wire, and I'm going to go buy some here in just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and mock up the housings for the insulation so that they don't ground out that light bulb, and then I'll get that wire here in just a little bit. Okay, now I think I've figured out a workaround. I'm having to slot this, because if you look at it real close, it butts together really well, but I have a washer on the inside of it, and a washer on the inside of this side too. But if I slot this washer, there should be enough room for me to feed the wires through. And on the bottom side, there won't be a washer. I just have this mocked up for now to see how the fit is. So I took the hardware off. So there's a gap here. So what I'm thinking is, where the dude bumped the fairing, this must have been on this side, and he probably knocked this light off, and then fixed it and put it on the other side. I don't know for sure, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the wiring through this hole. It should run through the hardware and fit. Okay, we're coming along. So this is where we're at. So this is the original, what it looked like. It was all polished and blah blah blah. This is the new light. It's got this bar across. We're going to put our connectors on the ends, have enough lead to come off to where we can pull the light off, and then unplug it and plug it back in, and then wrap the wires up, put them inside, and then to keep this from rubbing and connecting to this, we put more electrical tape here to insulate. I just got back from the store. I think I got the right stuff to get there done now. So I also got some of these solder crimper connectors. So you just use a cigarette lighter, and it melts the solder inside, and it also heat shrinks the connector together. And then I also got some wire, and this is what it looks like going through the middle there. That's the connector. So we're just going to pretend right now. So that crimped in will go on that end, but I'm going to actually solder it and use some heat shrink tubing on it. It'll plug into one end, and then we'll have one on the other end. Plug it into the other end, and it'll go together, and then we'll be able to pull it off and have a little bit of wiggle room on it. But what I'll do is I'll figure out how much wire I need on this end and cut it. All right, so now we're getting somewhere. Got her mocked up, so I pulled a little extra wire out here because I can always cut this off. But I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of where I think I'm going to be holding it to plug it in. And then once I get it in there, if I need to, we can cut some of this wire off, or we have enough to pull out if I didn't cut off enough, because I'm going to go ahead and take these ends, cut them, and solder those connectors that are going to go on. So this is what I was talking about. I'm going to put these connectors on before I heat shrink the ends. I wanted to test to make sure the connection works, but that's how we're going to wire up the light whenever it goes in before we get it on the bike. I'm just going to use the drill here. Oh, we got some light. Look at that light. All right, so we got light. So now I'm going to heat shrink this. I've already tested these two wires. Heat shrink the end. Go put it on the bike. All right, we got her put back together. That's how much cleaner it's going to look. So it does work. I just tested it, The connectors are perfect. Give me a second, I'll show you. We did it, boys! You can see she's on now. That's connected with my drill battery. But I'll show you how cool this is. So what makes this so cool now is that, is it bottom first? Yeah, it's bottom first. Pull that out like that. Now I can disconnect the light, replace the light if I have to. Top first, bottom in. Yep. And then there's just a screw that holds it in. And yeah, I think that'll do, pig. That'll do. I may need to kind of bend these connectors a little bit, but I think we're good. Okay, it turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. Hopefully the lights work after I hook the switch up. I won't get that done tonight, I don't think. We're halfway there, so this is the light. As you can see, we clean those wires up. They're tucked in real nice and neat and clean. So that's halfway down. Now I just got to do this side over here. And this is going to be the problematic one where I still have to strip the wires and get this all done because I didn't know which way I was going with it. But also, this is the one that doesn't have the hollow bolt on it. So that one, I'll work on it, see if I can't get it done. If I don't like the way it is, then I'm going to put a damn line in the bolt. So this is the one that I'm gonna have to like modify a washer. Like I'm gonna have to take a chunk out of the washer to get this bolt to recess down enough and to where it doesn't put pressure on it. And it's gonna come out of the back here where that post is, and then I'll have to loop the wires down. But I'm gonna try to do it really clean with that heat shrink tubing here to where you barely even notice it. So this one's gonna take a lot of work, and it's gonna have to be another day because I gotta find my grinder to take a chunk out of that freaking washer, and I'm gonna have to mock up a lot. Dang, my facial hair is getting all crazy. But yeah, that's how far we're at now. I'll come back and show you guys next time I work on it. I may strip some wire on here and do a little bit of stuff, but I'm happy with getting one side done. I do need to, I'm really happy with it because like the one side we did get done is done, so I can focus on the more difficult one, but I have all the materials I need to finish. I just gotta get the one side done, wire up the toggle switch, run diagnostics and triage, whether it was wiring the switch or if there's a relay, aftermarket relay on this system, or if it's wired into a fuse that's blown. But thanks.